Hey, good morning, everybody out there here in Boise, Idaho. Ken Gonzalez and Matt DePalma. We're here for the Boys Under 12 Championship match here at the Far West Regionals, and we have CFC Italia going up against the Santa Clara Sporting. And Matt, we've done several games up here. You're from Northern California, and every game we've done, there's been a team from Northern California.
That's right. Santa Clara, just very close to my hometown of Campbell. Right next to that neck of the woods. I'm very familiar with Santa Clara's program and all the way through all the age groups.
So you've seen these uniforms before?
I am very familiar. Glad to see them here. It means they're doing well.
Santa Clara in the green and white striped jerseys. CFC Italia in blue. Referees in black. 4 of them again. Nice day here, 8 o'clock a.m. here on the 25th of June, 2006. And if you can't get up for a championship game, there's really not much you can get up for.
That's right. They come all the way out here to Idaho, and we see Italia getting ready right there.
What do you call that? You ever seen that?
I've never seen that particular move, but you know, getting the team fired up, showing their change of speed that we've talked about a lot so far. You know, in the huddle, all of a sudden, like that, they're gone, and back in the huddle, getting pumped up, and you know, showing Santa Clara something right there.
Well, Santa Clara, hopefully, for their part, is just as ready to go. Kind of a warm morning here.
It's been warm the entire week.
The winners move on to Des Moines, Iowa. We'll get you the rosters for these squads here in just a second. We're about ready to go. We have 2 30-minute halves, overtime if needed. And right now it's CFC Italia. And number 9, looks like a big kid there, Henry Rios, going 3-on-1 right there. And his pass here to the near side is intercepted there by the Santa Clara Sporting. We noted the field conditions and the speed or lack of here on the field. And now it's the Sporting moving in deep, 1-on-1 right there. Nice deflection by the keeper, David Silva. Actually, Filiberto Garcia. And Garcia with another save there, booms this ball up towards midfield, and it's the Sporting on the attack.
That was a very good setup that they had, and it looks like they're going to try and run it again, dumping it into the corner to their forward. Right there, it looks to be number 16, Jonathan Monteroso. Showing some good speed, some good moves. Not able to finish, though. Great save by Garcia.
And now they move into the corner for Italia, running the defense, Derek Vogel, number 14, and trying to cut off that angle. Ball will lose some steam on that grass. It's a little long.
It's been playing slow the entire week, especially with these morning games. Grass hasn't had a chance to dry out yet.
Now the ball rolls over to the far side, and it's Italia trying to set something up as they go to the corner, and that ball is going to roll and finally go out on the side and will belong to the Sporting. Kind of a long way for these 12-year-old squads to meet. Northern Cal versus Southern Cal here in Idaho. Could have just done this in California.
Yeah, would have been a lot easier, a lot less expensive, but I'm sure it gives the...
Oh, the cross right there. The header is into the back of the net. Nice job by Italia. And right there, you see him mobbed by his teammates. Is that number 20? Number 20, Luis Garcia. And number 3, Esteban Rodriguez. Was that the duo right there?
Great setup, yeah. The 1-2 punch right there, going across the face of the goal on the left side. And then it was Rodriguez able to send it back low to the far post and getting a head on it.
And so what happened was the Sporting just got sucked in on the near side and left nobody in front of the net whatsoever.
Yeah.
And that's some confidence in your heading skills right there.
Yeah, no, for as young as these guys are, that was just a well-developed play and a good finish.
And now here come the Sporting. 3-on-1 right now. That shot towards the net. Oh, it's going to be just wide. This might turn out to be a shootout here this morning.
Looks to be that way. Both teams coming out hot. There, the near miss by number 19, Cameron Gerardo.
Cameron Gerardo. We actually had another team, a girls under 15, the other day, and they had a player with the same last name. I believe that team was out of Pleasanton. And again, it's CFC Italia trying to penetrate there. Nice defensive job by the Sporting to clear it momentarily. And now coming around the corner with that cross. That's number 11, and that shot. And right now, CFC Italia just kind of relentless going at him.
Yeah, the ball hasn't spent a lot of time in the midfield. It's been in both thirds on the end of the field, and some good speed there. It's Jonathan Monteroso down the line. I think that's going to be
That's going to be the key for them.
Their number one player right there, dumping into the corner for him, and then either he can do something with it or send it into the middle.
And there he is going 2-on-1 right now, and just too much right there. He's going to need some backup on that side. But for CFC Italia, number 11, Dominic Tedesco, over on the far side, and there he is right there, number 11. He's been really active. Sporting now trying to make a move.
By Monteroso.
A little elbow or a push.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that. Once you get the hands up, the refs this week have not been letting it go at all.
So remember, 30-minute halves. We're just about 10 minutes in, and that shot is just wide. And
Henry
CFC
Rios
Italia
put a good strike on that ball right there. Maybe trying to catch David Silva off guard.
It's almost as though they have a time limit, 15 seconds, and they got to shoot the ball on goal.
Like a shot clock in basketball.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Olympic Village there in the back, so to speak, here on the Simplot Sports Complex. And now here on the near side, Italia number 20, Luis Garcia. Garcia trying to do a little too much maybe here on the near side, and he's going to lose the ball. And you can tell with the moisture on the ground that the ball's kind of skipping off the grass here early on. Henry Rios tried that pass intended for Esteban Rodriguez, number 3, but the Sporting able to take it away. With the pace of this game right now, although Italia with the 1-0 lead, does it look like they have much of an advantage over the Sporting yet?
Well, I'm sure that they're very happy, and we see a foul there.
Kind of a hard foul.
Yeah, but that was number 3, Chris Cruzicoro, with the foul right there.
No yellow? Not warranted?
No, I don't think there's any danger, any intent to harm right there. Just a strong tackle, and didn't get much of the ball. But a good opportunity here for CFC Italia. The ball sent in high. So an opportunity wasted for CFC Italia.
Now, do you think that ball was just shot too far? Was he trying to set something up in front, or was he actually going for the score right there?
With the way that ball kind of came off his foot, it looked like he was going for a shot to the high side of the far post, and just maybe got a little excited, a little too amped at the beginning of this game.
So David Silva, the keeper for the Sporting, had just watched that one sail over his head. Christian Gomez will defer the throw-in. His teammate. How picky are the side judges, whether you have half a foot out of the line when you throw the ball in, or sometimes I see them right on top of it. Sometimes they just kind of let it go.
Yeah, it'll depend on who it is, but my thought is, you should always be as picky as the rules state. And a good ball put in there into the middle by number 17, Eduardo Quezada. And that was intended for number 3, Esteban Rodriguez. But the keeper for Santa Clara, David Silva, there to pounce on it.
And again, Italia showing they're just going to keep coming at you. You better be ready. And it looks like they might, for part of their offense here, they sacrifice a little maybe on defense, as they seem to keep everybody up here. They don't bring them back when the Sporting penetrate. So they're confident in their defenders.
Yeah, the defenders have a man to mark, or even a zone that they're in charge of. And unless Santa Clara pushes up more than they can handle, I don't think we'll see any position changes by Italia. And a good ball played in there by number 9, Henry Rios, after some fancy footwork.
We mentioned his size earlier, just 12 years old or under. So he's 11.
Corner played by Italia right there, and the ball sent in, side netting on the outside.
Then if you're David Silva, you can't blink out there. You've got to be on top of it the entire time. Now it's a Sporting quickly bringing the ball back. Nice job right there.
Yeah, good job getting a piece of it right there, because there was a Santa Clara Sporting on the other end of that pass if the Italia defender didn't step in.
Number 17 going one-on-one right there. That's Eduardo Quezada showing some fancy footwork.
A couple players getting tangled up while the ball was in the air, and it'll go Sporting's way.
Maybe Italia thought it was their ball originally. And now breaking out there again, that's number 3, Rodriguez. But he'll get his pocket pick from behind. Can these guys keep this pace, though, for 60 minutes? It's pretty fast and furious so far.
I would think so. I believe that they had an off day yesterday. Got a chance to catch their breath and get up for this last game that means so much. And we see a substitution now. It's number 5 going off for the Sporting, Danny Garcia.
So Garcia out, substitution. Coming in, as we said, Sporting from Northern California, Italia from Southern California, Huntington Beach. And it's a Sporting now trying to outrun the defense on the far sideline. Nice change of direction right there, now moving into the middle. Unable to get a shot. Nice defense there by Italia's Sean Whale.
Yeah, I think he's playing the sweeper position today and did a good job of keeping the Sporting attack to a minimum.
Really just being a pest over there as far as the Sporting's concerned. Just doing enough to alter the direction of the ball. And again, Italia on the attack right down the middle. Going 2-on-1 right there. Now a pass here to the near side.
All the way across to number 4, who hits a half volley. As Adrian Sanchez giving it a good strike there, but just wide.
So they're not lacking for shots on goal today, CFC Italia. And what's Sporting going to have to do to try to calm that down? Can they do anything?
Well, what I've noticed thus far in the game is that the Sporting will at times kind of lose their off-ball assignments. Some players will come help out, as we see, number 10 right there breaking through a double team and dropping the ball off. But, help's needed every once in a while, but when you get, 3 people going to one guy, there's obviously going to be someone left open on the far side of the field. And if Italia can find those crosses, which they did on their first goal, it's going to be trouble for Sporting all day. But Sporting has been showing speed. That seems to be one advantage that they may have in this game.
That especially number 16, Jonathan Montroso here on the near side. They just haven't been able to get him the ball. Then again, an illegal throw-in.
I think the ball was played just over the line after the throw-in. And number 10 taking the throw-in for Italia, Christian Gomez. And we get a substitution, the left outside player for
Luis
Italia.
Garcia coming out, and Gomez. So Art Tedesco, coach for Italia, using some frequency in his substitution here in the first half. We're just about 15 minutes in, so halfway through this first half. 1-0 in favor of CFC Italia. And it's been a while since we've seen Filiberto Garcia, the Italia keeper. All the action here on this end of the field.
After a while of the ball going back and forth between attacking thirds, now just this last 5 or 10 minutes has been all Italia.
Sporting getting back on defense now. Here's number 17 on the far side. Eduardo Quezada can't get to the ball, taken away by Sporting. Now angling towards the net, coming over Whale to provide defense, but can't do it this time. That cross maybe just a little bit too slow.
I think it was pulled back a little too far, and the cross sent in. No one on the other end of it. I think they were looking for a trailer initially on that far side, and no one able to strike it their first time.
And they can't get a shot on goal there, and just like that, Italia brings it right back the other way. Rios there, number 9, undercutting the Sporting player there, number 19. Cameron Gerardo.
Good move there.
And you're right, the speed looks to be more speed on the Italia side, but I think that on the Sporting side, on the Italia side, they've got the size much larger.
And a goal kick here for Italia. As we see Filiberto Garcia take his time getting to the ball, maybe giving his team a blow after they've been chasing Sporting. And speaking of a blow, a substitution for Italia, 17 coming off. Eduardo Quezada. And on is 21, Brandon Dooley.
We haven't seen too many substitutions for the Sporting yet. So the ball out over on the far side, and hot day like this, you know, the two squads, they can send their substitutions in and out, but the referee can't really substitute for himself. He's got to be out there all day.
That's true.
But he's only got, what, half the field to utilize there?
Yeah, maybe 2/3 at most. And he won't have to do a full-out sprint, as we see from both players right there, chasing down that ball, resulting in a Sporting throw-in. Number 19, Cameron Gerardo to take it, and we'll do it again.
And they're moving upfield on the throw-ins now. He's got about 10 more yards after that. And if you're the Sporting, you know, with your speed, you don't want to be stationary too long. You're at best when you're moving the ball. And that's when they allow Italia to take it away, just like that. Now they bring it across midfield. Whale now has come out from in front of his net. We haven't seen him up that far yet.
No, I'm guessing one of the substitutions was putting in another defender, moving Whale up.
Maybe they're looking for some more speed up front. So the Sporting will put the ball into play on the far side. Scramble for the ball right there. A lot of pushing, nobody gaining control. Now finally it's the Sporting taking the ball away. And that whistle goes against Italia.
It was a late slide there. We didn't even catch it on the camera.
That's
and
number
a warning
11.
given.
Dominic Tedesco being talked to. Why would you talk to a player this long without even issuing a card?
Because it's the first infraction. You want to, and there was no harm done on the play. You just want to take a second and explain to him
What he did.
you know, what actually could have happened right there. And a good shot on goal, but a great save by Filiberto Garcia, able to hang on to that ball, playing the role of golden boy today.
Number 5 with a touch right there for Italia, Alex Heilman. We still have to get to the rosters for these squads. So much action here so far in the first half, hadn't really had time. So that ball is out, belongs to Italia. You had 2 blue jerseys and 5 or 6 striped jerseys there. And Italia still maintained possession of the ball.
Yeah, and if he was able to get a crossover, you know, there would have been plenty of Italia players to receive it. And Italia taking their time, going back to their last defender.
So still angling over on that far side. Italia now using their physical ability, their strength, to kind of force that ball through. Finally taken away by the Sporting. Jordan Gutierrez, number 8, over to that is Gutierrez. Now he's got Whale here as well as number 3, Esteban Rodriguez. And they've really kind of changed up their line right now. Everybody touching the ball is in a different position that they were in to start this match. And that ball high to the air goes the keeper, David Silva, but unable to come down with it, and they just went right at him.
And that was Dominic Tedesco with the high shot right there, able to keep it below the crossbar on a ball, I believe, that was played over by number 3, Esteban Rodriguez.
So there's Tedesco, and he's put his squad up 2-0, and he'll come right out.
Yeah, good job, but also he was the one that got the warning on that slide tackle just maybe 2 minutes before. So not only does he escape without a card, but able to put his team double their lead.
And so now it's a concern for the Sporting as we've got under 10 minutes to go here in the first half, just about 8 minutes. And so far, Italia has shown that they can come in and take a shot. They took that shot from about 20 yards, would you say?
Yeah, I think it was just outside the box.
So here on the near side, the ball spinning, staying in now, finally going out. And they say it belongs to the Sporting. And quickly they put the ball into play. Sporting doesn't waste too much time.
And you mentioned the throws on the throw-ins, whether the linesmen are taking note of the position of the feet and stuff like that. I've seen a couple questionable throws where the ball not going
overhead,
back behind the head, just some little flicks that could easily be turnovers but have not been called thus far. Not the
And some people may say that
important.
doesn't really matter, but you know, there's a rule for a reason.
Exactly, a turnover is a turnover.
And Italia again trying to weave their way up across midfield. Number 17, Eduardo Quetzada, who's back in, didn't have much of a rest. And Gomez as well is back in, so just a real quick break. I think they came in right after the goal. And did we have a penalty here? Or was it just out?
Yeah, I think it's a Italia throw-in. And a long ball played up by the Sporting. Made its way out of bounds.
You know, we saw this in a game we did earlier in this tournament. The team took a 3-0 lead. They were just as fast and furious as CFC Italia is right now. But then once they gained those leads, got, 2-3 goals ahead, they kind of slowed down, and that allowed the other team to get right back into it. I wonder if we'll see the same thing here, or if Italia will just keep attacking.
Yeah, that game actually got pushed to an overtime.
That was a long match.
And not really a need yet for Santa Clara to panic. As another ball played in across the field, and a shot put on high and wide by Italia. I mean, they can't be happy with the way that they've been playing thus far. Created some chances, but haven't really come close to being in a position to finish anything. It's been mostly dominated by Italia.
They've been on their heels here defensively most of this first half, and they are going to have to start setting something up offensively to get back into this. I mean, they're not going to rely on some breakaways and just trying to backdoor this Italia squad. Whale gets out of that jam. And now Italia spreading the field here from near side, trying to go to far side. And a trip right there, no call. Ball was already released. Is that the reckoning there?
The ball was played forward. Might have been the referee's discretion to allow play to continue and see if Santa Clara come up with that ball.
I know plays just like that, you get calls from the sidelines, parents and fans watching. They obviously want cards issued and whistles and red cards.
Yeah, there's a big difference between what the ref sees and what the parents see when their kid goes down hard like that.
I think if it was up to parents, you'd see a lot of red cards out here.
Yeah, I don't think any game would end. You'd have to forfeit after losing so many players. But these kids know what they're doing. They know how to play, and they know how to play safe. As we see Tedesco dropping the ball off right there. Ball played into the middle. Not a great
nearly
clearance.
had an attempt.
And a shot ripped by number 4 for Italia, Adrian Sanchez, but right at David Silva, the keeper for the Sporting. And now we see number 9 for Italia, Henry Rios, who was playing up in the midfield, now back playing defense, might have switched with Whale.
With Rio's size, you might wonder if that has something to do with saving his lungs for later in the game.
He's a good player, wears that captain's armband well. Maybe with the 2-goal lead, they drop him back into defense as some added protection. And the ball turned over there by Italia. Let's see if Santa Clara can mount some sort of counterattack. And they've been playing that long ball from their own half of the field up to the forwards with not much luck.
There just aren't enough people up there to help out. They may want to start slowing the pace of this game.
Being able to work the ball through the midfield, which they have not dominated thus far in the game, as we see another ball sent up and collected by the Italia defense. Those balls are going to need to be played a little bit stronger and a little bit wider, probably to the flags. Going down the middle is going to be tough with this Italia defense. And there's a throw-in on the far side for Italia.
And Sporting not catching too many breaks here today. So they've got their work cut out for them, trailing 2-0 here late in the first half. Under 5 minutes to go. And quickly Italia puts the ball back into play. They're pretty confident in those slide moves that they've got.
A lot of kids getting dirty this morning.
And that ball rolls over to the far corner. Again, Tedesco trying to get around the defender. He does. He takes it away. Now he moves into the middle. He's gone against 3 defenders, gotten around 2 of them. Finally, the third one is able to stop him.
Yeah, some good moves there by Tedesco. I think it may have been wiser to release that ball, knowing that after you get past one or two defenders, that there's going to be one of your attackers in the box to play it to. I don't know if he just didn't have his head up or what. But there's a turnover by FC Italia, and the ball being moved up by the Sporting. Whale dropping it back to his defense, and sometimes you have to go backwards to go forwards.
Just open the field up, whatever you can do, as long as you maintain control of the ball.
Yeah, if you're facing backwards, there's nothing wrong with playing a ball back to your defense, but right there, kind of a dangerous ball with Santa Clara Sporting on top of it. Now switching the field, we're cutting it back. Number 4, Adrian Sanchez.
And here's Gomez again here on the near side, and he's looking for his teammate again, Luis Garcia. And a whistle by the referee, and that's going to go against Italia. Was that an offsides?
I think it was an offsides call right there, as they move David Silva back to the point of infraction. And we'll take the kick. Good leg. Just about to midfield.
And again, though, Sporting unable to play it out here on the near side, so they do catch the break there.
We're going to see a substitution now
for Sporting. Just about 2 minutes to go here in this first half.
Off is number 6, Alex Jin. And Italia wanting to make a substitution, but does not have time to. Ball's already back in play.
That ball sent down the near sideline here and out. Last touch by the Sporting. So obviously not what they wanted there. They would have liked possession for a little bit longer.
I mean, it was a good idea going to that flag, just the ball kind of squirted away out of bounds. And the new player for the Santa Clara Sporting is number 14, Takumi Yotsumoto. Yep.
And so it's Italia now, bringing it right down near the middle. Still angling here on the near side.
They moved that ball pretty easily through the midfield after a throw-in deep in their own territory.
Gomez with a little touch pass over to Tedesco. Tedesco still keeping it alive. He'll take a shot towards the net. And saved right there by Silva.
Good punt by Silva, looking to send one of his forwards. But then we have Henry Rios standing strong back there. And we see again the ball dominated in the middle by Italia as we get to halftime.
So that is the end of the first half here, this Boys Under 12 championship game. The Santa Clara Sporting and CFC Italia, and it's Italia with a 2-0 lead as we go into halftime. Kgmdp, Matt DePalma here for George Langevin Productions. We'll take a quick break and be back with the final half in just a few minutes. Kgmdp, Matt DePalma back here for George Langevin Productions. This Boys Under 12 championship match. And it's a Sporting. They're ready to go. Waiting for Italia. Italia with that 2-0 lead at halftime. And if you're the coach for the Sporting, Matt, what are you telling these guys?
You're going to need to talk to your midfielders about taking control of the middle third of the field, because it's been all Italia thus far. And that being the case, they haven't been able to push the ball forward up to their strikers, and if the ball even gets dumped up there, the strikers just have maybe one or two other guys to play with. The midfield needs to push up at that point and help them out, and the defense needs to stay on their marks and not get caught watching the ball, or helping out 3 defenders for one Italia player, because that'll leave someone open in the middle.
And so the action underway here in the second half, the final 30 minutes. And it'll be 2 goals needed for Sporting to tie this one up and possibly send it to overtime if nobody else, if they keep Italia off the board here in the second half. At the Sporting, coming off the CYSA North State Cup Championship, finished second at CYSA Region 4 Championships, ranked number 6 in the United States. But right now they trail 2-0 to a very tough Italia squad. And they're number 14 for Italia, Derek Vogel. And we didn't get to it in the first half. We'll do the rosters for each of these squads here, but just so much action you don't want to miss it. As it's the Sporting trying to push the ball away, but Italia again not allowing them to bring it and move across midfield. Henry Rios there.
And the ball finally cleared by Santa Clara.
And for the Sporting, their keeper is David Silva. Number 3 is Chris Cruz Icoro. Number 4, Luis Angel Soto. Number 5, Danny Garcia. Number 6, Alex Jen. Number 7 is Nico Sainz. Number 9, Julio Morales. Number 10 is Justin Bermudez. Number 11, Angelo Jamie Longoni. Number 13, AJ McDowell. Number 14, Takumi Yatsumoto. Number 15 is Armando De La Mora. Number 16, Jonathan Monteroso. Number 17, Andrew Shin. And number 19 is Cameron Jurado. Coaches John and Kevin Azevedo. So how's the second half shaping up? The way you thought it might?
The Sporting defense has still been trying to send that ball all the way up to the forwards. I think it'd be a better idea if they kind of work it through the midfield and kind of develop something on their own rather than just kind of sending it to the strikers and having them run onto it. But they're in their attacking corner now. Let's see if they can keep Italia pinned in, and a good job by the Italia defense to force a goal kick right there.
And for Italia, with keeper Filiberto Garcia, number 3 is Esteban Rodriguez. Number 4, Adrian Sanchez. Number 5, Alex Heilman. Number 7, Sean Whale. Number 8 is Jordan Gutierrez. Number 9, we've seen him, Big Henry Rios. Number 10, Christian Gomez. Number 11, Dominic Tedesco, who's got a score today. Number 12, Ricardo Lora. Number 14, Derek Vogel. Number 17, Eduardo Quezada. Number 20, Luis Garcia. Number 21 is Brandon Dooley. Tedesco always seems to be around the ball there, number 11 for Italia. Here he is on the near side. Head coach Art Tedesco, assistant coach is Steve Wade, the trainer Enrique Gomez, and the manager is Mike Dooley.
And a turnover there by Italia. But again, we see Sporting trying to send the ball all the way up from the defense. And
they just don't have the guys up front.
Henry Rios has done a good job of collecting those through balls and clearing them away. Little misplay there.
And Cynthia Shin for the Sporting, putting together things here today. And so Italia almost picking up where they left off. Tedesco trying to outrun the defense there. Number 13, AJ McDowell there for the Sporting. And David Silva picking that ball up. Gomez, number 10, and he's going to lose the ball right from behind. Nice job by the Sporting as they try to push it up. Number 9 there, Julio Morales. And number 7, Nico Sainz.
And another questionable throw-in right there. Not the main concern for the referees today. But let's see if Santa Clara can put something together, build something from the midfield. But no, a turnover, and it's 17 for Italia. Eduardo Quezada running with the ball. and loses it to the Santa Clara Sporting defense. But not to be cleared yet, and last touched by Italia.
Nico Signs, number 7 for Santa Clara. Here on the near side.
Some good work there, number 4. Adrian Sanchez earning himself a free kick with the foul, and we'll
Number
see who takes
with
it.
The foul. Cameron Gerardo.
And it'll be Henry Rios on top of the ball. Let's see if he sends it in and tries to find someone's head there in the box. The left-footed in-swinger brought down by Italia, but not able to hold on to it. And it's Tedesco there in the corner trying to send a cross in, but Santa Clara not allowing it, earning a goal kick.
Sporting also the 2006 NorCal Cup champions. In the regional to get here, Sporting only allowed 1 goal. That was to the Mission Hayward 93 squad, as they shut out the Sonoma County Alliance, the Butte United Magic, the DVSC Black 93, the Santa Rosa United Gold 94. They were last year's State Cup and Surf Cup champion, that Santa Rosa squad, but they were shut out 3-0 by the Sporting. The North Fresno CVSA Cyclones went down to the Sporting as well in the quarterfinals, and the Mustang Reds in the semifinal, 1-0.
And as we see 4 Sporting defenders trying to dispossess Eduardo Quezada there in that corner and completing the task.
Well, you got 4-on-1 there. Somebody's open, right? Somewhere.
Yeah, that's the danger of throwing the swarm at Quezada in that corner, is that someone's going to be open. You just got to, he needs to have the presence of mind to find that person. But a good job of taking the ball away from him, but not being able to clear it, and the ball is back in play for Italia. Now a long cross sent in, but collected by David Silva. And the ball sent forward to the lone defender. Not able to control it is Jonathan Monteroso. Good overlapping run there by number 4, Luis Soto.
And again, Tedesco here on the near side.
Excuse me, that was Adrian Sanchez.
Looks like the sun is starting to dry the field up here in the second half. That's a penalty against Italia.
And again, that midfield line has kind of been about as far as the Sporting can take the ball up with possession. Advantage played there for Italia.
In the semifinal match to get into this game, the Sporting defeated the Colorado Storm Royals 6-0. So an impressive win there. In fact, they also defeated the Woodburn Monarchs from Oregon 6-0. So they've scored a lot of goals here in the tournament.
And there was a good chance there. Number 17 for Italia, Eduardo Quezada, again, all over the ball, sneaking through the middle, but able to get a piece of it is David Silva, the keeper for Santa Clara.
And now Santa Clara, let's see if they can do something here as they're into the backfield.
And we will have a foul, bit of a late call.
No foul.
See if we can figure out what happened. So it was a no call.
Rolled out on the far side. There was a lot of collision going on over here. Thought something might have been called.
Yeah, I think the referee went to go explain it to the teams why there was no call. The play resumes. And Santa Clara now putting probably the most pressure that they've put on Italia in a while. A throw in deep in Italia territory. Let's see if they can put anything together. The short throw.
And we've played just about 10 minutes now here in this second half, so 20 minutes roughly to go for Santa Clara, as they need 2 goals to tie. This club for the Sporting, founded in 1971 by a group of Portuguese soccer supporters. And they originally decided to compete in the Peninsula Soccer League. And they've got over 450 players on 28 teams. Number 14 there for the Sporting, Takumi Yatsumoto.
Still 2-0 here in Boise, Idaho. Get a few substitutions for Italia. Coming off is number 8, Jordan Gutierrez.
And number 20, Luis Garcia.
Off for the Sporting, number 7, Nico Sainz. Number 5, Alex Hillman. Coming off as well for Italia.
So for the Sporting, number 18. Like number 18, but could be number 17, Cameron Shin. I'm sorry, Andrew Shin.
And just not able to get anything finished off up there for the Sporting offense.
If the Sporting could have controlled the ball right now, they were down deep. And they just haven't been able to get a shot on goal in quite some time.
Haven't mentioned Filiberto Garcia much in the second half. The defense doing a pretty good job of keeping the Sporting out of the box.
Number 10, Justin Bermudez. Number 19, Cameron Gerardo there for the Sporting. So Whale will put the ball in for Italia on the far side. I think they'll try to get to Quezada again.
It seems to be what they're trying to force.
There's Whale and Quezada right there. And now it's Santa Clara trying to make something happen here. And as a keeper, if you haven't been involved in a game for 10, 15 minutes and all of a sudden you're thrown in, that's got to make some sort of a difference.
Yeah, you're going to want to touch every once in a while. Nothing, that you can't handle, and there's not much that these keepers can't handle. But, going without a touch for an extended period of time will get you out of your rhythm. You lose your rush, your adrenaline. I mean, this is the championship game here. And you want to show why you're here and how you got your team here. Make some saves.
So the left leg on the goal kick there for Italia.
A goal kick taken by Henry Rios, who's, since they've went up 2-0, has been the backbone of that defense, not allowing the Sporting to get anything.
Now it's a Sporting bringing it across midfield. They go to the far side. Couple of players over there coming over. They're still in control of the ball as they move in towards the corner. Another collision on the far side. No whistle by the ref.
And we've seen this as we've done these games later and later in the week, that the refs will let the kids play. Not a bad idea. I won't say it's a good idea. But I mean, you want to give the kids an opportunity to play. You don't want to take it out of their hands, but you want to keep it safe and fair.
Kgmdp with the header.
And again, the midfield of Santa Clara Sporting just jumping the ball up forward, but no one there to receive it.
Last few minutes, though, Santa Clara has brought the ball here to the left half of the field. Maybe trying to get something going. Just been a really tough go for him here against this Italia squad here today.
Maybe a break here as number 19 for Santa Clara, Cameron Gerardo, steals the ball. But Italia able to clear it out of bounds. They can regroup their defense for the Santa Clara Sporting throw-in.
And we're just over halfway through this second half here, so about 14 minutes to go. And Santa Clara needing 2 scores. Angelo Longoni there, number 11.
Maybe some positive fortune for Santa Clara, but it's Sean Whale.
And a whistle. And is that number 16 for Italia? Or for
Sporting, Jonathan
Sporting?
Monterosso. Having some words with the referee.
Did you happen to catch what he did?
I think it was a foul on Sean Whale as he was clearing the ball, maybe clipped him from behind. Kind of a frustration move after he lost possession.
There's Whale.
Strong ball played up to the middle. And it's Tedesco playing a good ball into number 10. But great recovery run by Santa Clara to knock that ball out and earn themselves a corner kick rather than a shot on goal.
I think that's the first corner kick we've seen today.
Could quite possibly be. I can't say I remember one on either side.
And they're going to bring Rios up for this corner.
And let's see what Rios tries to do with this. Send it near post, far post, to the top of the box. But he's got a good boot, and he could put a line drive on it. As we see the low ball to the near post. Comes right back to him in play. Sends another ball into the middle, but cleared out by the Sporting. Not out of danger yet as Tedesco sends a half volley in.
He had Kgmdp there on the far side.
But it makes its way all the way through and out of bounds for a goal kick.
Coming up on the 20th minute of play here in the second half.
And Italia content with moving the ball around in the midfield. Very comfortable doing it as well. They've done it all game. As the ball squirts through, and Whale makes an attempt at it. Makes another attempt to keep the ball in their attacking third, but eventually cleared out by the Sporting and moved up.
So the ball out on the far side belongs to Santa Clara. And they really need to make something happen here. Time is running down. And they'll have it again.
And taking these throw-ins for the Sporting is number 14, Takumi Yosumoto. And Santa Clara earning themselves a corner kick. So after going 45 minutes without a corner kick, there's 2 in the past 3 minutes. And the best opportunity for Santa Clara to put one away here is the ball sent in high to the far side, but missed on the far post by Santa Clara Sporting. And now the counterattack being mounted by Italia, and the ball sent through the middle, but will be
an
offsides call.
Italia not understanding the call there as they argue, or question, I should say, the referee.
I think it was a late whistle by the referee, not seeing the linesman's flag going up. But another ball played all the way through by Sporting, collected by Filiberto Garcia.
First time he touched the ball here in the second half.
Yeah, he hasn't even been taking the goal kicks. His first collection.
And now Santa Clara, let's see if they can do something here right at midfield. And again, Kgmdp kind of comes out of nowhere.
The ball kept in the attacking third by Italia.
Nice pickpocket there from behind. Is that number 17 for Santa Clara?
Andrew Shin. Ball given away at midfield. Good work there by number 4, Adrian Sanchez, and the shot high and wide, number 10, Christian Gomez.
So a goal kick for Santa Clara. And we've got just about 8 minutes to go here in this championship match.
Substitution for Italia. Get some fresh legs and kill some time. Number 3, Esteban Rodriguez, and number 21, Brandon Dooley coming off, and number 7, Sean Whale. And on right there is Jordan Gutierrez. Goal kick taken by the Sporting. One in the air by Italia and moved forward into the box. Not able to do much with it.
Sporting defense was there this time.
But again, unable to clear it past midfield is the Sporting. Settled by Adrian Sanchez, played out to Tedesco. Plays it back to Sanchez. And now he's got 3 defenders on him. If he can get a cross off, there should be someone there. Ball played all the way through.
It's almost like they just weren't ready for that pass. Nobody has scored here in the second half. The 2 goals by Italia in the first half.
Let's see if the Sporting can win this ball in the air. They haven't won many, and not even a challenge for that goal kick.
And Italia sends it back towards the keeper. So for the Sporting, it's going to be tough and tough for them. Just getting tougher and tougher for them to come back from this 2-0 lead or deficit that they have.
It's got to be disheartening for the keeper, David Silva, who's putting these goal kicks and punts into the air, and his team not even making an attempt to win them in the air as the ball's stolen in the box by Italia. But a good recovery by Sporting to keep the cross from coming in.
Sporting's defense has been pretty good here in the second half. Seems like they've figured this Italia squad out near the net, but it's just on the offensive side of things, they haven't been able to get anything going.
And Sporting now moving the ball up on the ground, playing the ball through again, but it's Henry Rios there to stop the attack, collected by number 9.
Julio Morales.
Morales, who will bring the ball up all the way himself and try and get a shot off, but it's Rios there to block his shot. Cleared out by Adrian Sanchez, but not too far.
And that ball out here on the near side will belong to Italia. Nice little exchange there by Sporting, trying to make something happen.
It's the first time they've put something with multiple parts together right there.
Ball still alive here on the near side.
And they just don't seem to want to carry the ball across midfield. Every ball's been played up to the forwards.
A.J. McDowell there for the Sporting. He'll put the ball into play.
And we'll do it again.
Well, they're moving upfield.
And they've done this a couple times on these throw-ins. They've been able to push it up deep into Italia territory, but never really get a ball into the middle and a shot on target.
And there's number 9 again, Morales. Maybe trying to take it upon himself to do something is all by himself here late in the second half.
And he has that sense of urgency in the closing minutes of this game, but needs to realize that he's got to use his teammates and try and pass through this Italia defense.
Under 5 minutes to go here in this championship match. 2-0 Italia. Ken Gonzalez, Matt DePalma for George Langevin Productions. Here in Boise, Idaho, the Far West Regionals. Sunday, the 25th of June, 2006 here. And now some substitutions for Italia. Whale coming back in.
And I'd expect to see many more substitutions on each goal kick and throw-in for Italia, keeping the legs fresh and strategically to kill time.
And it's Santa Clara on the left half of the field now. They probably just like to get a shot or two on goal here in the closing minutes, see what they can do.
Now the ball being carried and a shot from distance right to Filiberto Garcia. Shot coming off the foot of Armando de la Mora.
And now the keeper coming out, Silva. And I think that's the first legitimate shot on goal in the half for the Sporting.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to get much closer than that, so these shots from outside the box are going to have to do. And a nice, good heads-up play by the Sporting defense to head the ball back to their keeper, David Silva. And again, Sporting not able to win the ball up in the air, but do win it back in midfield, playing the ball up to the forwards again. And good defense there. Number 12, Ricardo Loera.
And I think Italia with a sense of they can come and smell this now, the way that they're playing. They just have to clock the run down.
Pretty confident with only allowing really that one shot this half, knowing that Santa Clara has been struggling.
And at this point, you've got like a game within a game. You've got Sporting just probably wanting to get on the board, and then you've got Italia wanting to just keep them off the board and preserve the shutout. But I think that the outcome of this match has been determined already with just a few minutes to go. Actually, under a minute by my estimation here in this championship match. Sporting again trying to move in for another shot.
Some solid defense there from 14, Derek Vogel, who clears the ball out of bounds. Just pretty much stalemating the forward right there, not letting him turn and get a cross off.
And now again, number 9, Julio Morales.
Vogel playing the ball up to 10. Christian Gomez sends the ball up into the corner, doesn't make it all the way, but will be last touched by Italia. Sean Whale. And we're going to get a substitution. Nope. Not enough time left, I don't think. And that ball never making it into bounds. We'll do it again.
So Sporting quickly, they want to try to get it downfield. We've now officially, I've got the 30-minute mark right now. So all eyes.
And a good ball played into the middle for Italia, but a great save by David Silva, getting a piece of his body on the ball. And now a counterattack being mounted by the Sporting. And a long shot from distance, but easy enough for Filiberto Garcia.
And these are kind of the things that the Sporting wanted to do earlier here in this half.
And Henry Rios kind of taking it upon himself to finish off this game. Some good footwork there by the Sporting.
Morales, number 9.
But 3-4 blue shirts able to corral the ball, take it away.
Tedesco trying to come back to that one. And again, Morales right in the middle. Lead his teammate over on the far side.
That would have been a good matchup had Morales decided to take it himself up against Henry Rios there in the middle. A lot of space for him to do something, but choosing to send the ball into the box for his teammate and earning themselves a throw in.
That was number 17, Shin.
And a good opportunity for the Sporting. Not struck as well as he would have hoped was number 4, Luis Soto.
Collision right at midfield. Closing moments here. I've got 2 minutes now of extra time. Whale chasing after it now.
And we'll have some room to do a couple of things there. Hold on to the ball or take it directly to the net, and he's chosen to do that, but a good stand by the Sporting defense as many of the Sporting players moved forward in attack.
Quezada with the ball, number 17 now, and there's the whistle. That's the end of the match. And so here in the Far West Regionals 2006, it's CFC Italia defeating the Santa Clara Sporting today by a score of 2-0, 2 goals in that first half. And I guess it was pretty much decided in that first half.
Yeah, it was a good job of the Italia team to just keep the Sporting attack at bay in that second half, not giving them too many opportunities to even the game up. And Sporting just having too much difficulty moving the ball up.
And Sporting obviously with a great year behind them right now. They've won some tournaments and done very well for themselves. They'll be back next year, I'm sure. But right now, celebrations for the CFC Italia squad as they win it. So the battle of the Northern and Southern California regions won by CFC Italia here today, 2-0. So that'll do it for us here. Ken Gonzalez and Matt DePalma for George Langevin Productions. As you will watch the award ceremonies coming up, we hope you enjoyed the match. We hope to see you again very soon. Until then, be safe and have a great day, everybody.
Ceremony for the Far West Regionals. Before we get started, we want to make a few introductions and recognize a few people. First and foremost, we want to say thanks to our host here in Idaho, the Idaho Soccer Association, and their tournament committee, who has done an awesome job, with special recognition to Mac Larson, the president, Eric Larson, the host committee chair, Penny and Rod Scott, and all the many volunteers who made your experience a pleasant one while you were here. I hope you had a great time, and if you don't mind, give them a round of applause, if you would. My name is Ron Cook. I'm a deputy director for the region. The gentleman over here to my far left is Darrell Rose. He is the Region 4 director, and will be presenting your awards a little later here as we get started. But we also want to say thanks to USU Soccer for the overall event and recognize some of our sponsors, and you'll see their banners here. Burger King, Adidas, of course, Fox Sports Channel, and Kohl's. Everybody has a choice when they go out into the marketplace, and we hope when you have a chance you'll use those sponsors. At this point in time, I want to recognize a few people on the regional committee who've been working very hard all week for you. In addition to Darrell and myself, we have Jolene Woodhave, who's the other deputy director. She's done all the data entry. Tom Mendoff is our tournament director, and he's kept things flowing and handled all the problems. Cheryl Harrington, the registrar, made sure you were all valid and ready to play. Dan Dudley's our Rev Master. And we can't forget our referee crew, headed by Crystal Yant, the Region 4 ref administrator. I know you've had referees that you may not always have agreed with, but they're here pretty much out of their own pocket, out of love of the game, and wanting to do the caliber of games that you guys present. So if I may, how about a hand for our referees? Thank you. And at this point, we're going to get on with our boys under 12 award ceremony. It is my great pleasure to present our finalists in this age group from Cal North, Santa Clara Sporting. Come on up, gentlemen. Assisting Director Rose with the presentation of medals will be the president of Cal North, Mr. John Murphy.
Okay, first of all, to Italia, great team. We enjoy playing you guys, and hopefully we'll get a chance to meet up with you guys. We love playing you guys. You guys got a great club, and we challenge us to the max. For all the people who put this together, this is a great experience for the kids, and we enjoyed being here, and we had a great time. Unfortunately, we were one step away from where we wanted to be, but still, for these guys, hold your heads up. You guys did a great job, and for everybody here, thank you. Right here we have Armando, Takumi, Chris, Nico, AJ, Andrew, Julio, Danny, Justin, Cameron, Jamie, David, Johnny, Alex, and Angel.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, hey, do you want to, can you make me a sign that says webcam? For family and friends. Well, sure, yeah, just.
Good job,
The
coaches!
goal is to let people know that it's available.
Good job!
Who went up first?
While we're waiting for our finalists to file off, we'd just like to recognize a couple other people. The lady under the awning getting your medals ready is Cheryl Harrington, our Region 4 registrar. And we also want to recognize our medical staff and Dennis Phelps. Hope you didn't need them, but they've been around take care of your injury issues. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my very great pleasure to present our champion in the under-12 boys category at the Far West Regionals from Cal South, CFC Italia. Gentlemen, join us up on stage.
Thank you very much for Region 4 for holding this. It was a great facility, great time, great fields, great referees. Everything was great and first class. Thank you, Region 4 and Idaho for putting this on. First, I'd like to thank...
Okay, we're online. Go online, look at it.
Hello. First of all, First off, I'd like to thank Sporting for a great game. Who knew 10 months ago we'd see you here at the region finals when we saw you in HB or wherever it was. Boys, be proud of yourself. You guys got to the finals and you did a very good job. The coaches do a great job and you guys played hard. You should be proud of yourselves and everything you've done.
Mike's on.
And then I'd like to thank Tino and Steve for all the help this year with everything we've done. Proud of you guys. Thank you very much. And thank the parents, most of all, for having these beautiful boys and always getting them there at practice.
You're welcome.
Boys, proud of you. Who are we going with first down there? Luis. Christian. The best defender in the world, Richie. Henry.
Lazy son.
My little lazy son, Dominic.
Dominic Tedesco. He's Italian and German.
Jordan. Stevie. Derek. Brandon. Sean.
Okay, so we're good here. We need to sign Alexis parents.
Alex. Really, only one goal all the way through. Adrian. Ivan. Coach Steve. Coach Tino with his good luck charm bandit. And Coach Art Tedesco.
Well done. Great job. Be here next year.
We'll do our best. Los dos.
Henry, Ivan.
Yeah. On the Region 4. Ole, ole, ole.
Okay, Coach, if I can have you come this way.
All right, we're on the webcam right now, he said on the, if you call and tell anybody, they'll see us on the, we've just been live. We're live.
You'll get everything out of here and then follow me. We're going to have the original photo over by the parents can take pictures over there. Let's grab their stuff and go take a picture.
Hi, over there, they can take them.
You want to take a picture? Yeah, mate. Smile, boys.
My boy.
You got class, boys. Smile.
Dad.
Hey. Stand up for a second. I gotta change cameras too. Okay, wait. One more, just in case. Stay there, guys.